Good evening, ladies and gents. My name is Helzo and welcome to Discuss Things. And this is the very first video in my series since I am back. So, welcome and enjoy. I wanted to start with a very positive video, but as it would turn out, it's not going to happen because again, we have to deal with a pressing issue on how we can communicate with each other through the World Wide Web. Now, I'm of course talking about net neutrality, the big thing that is currently under attack in the United States. And for any of you who might be asking already why I'm talking about this, even though I'm not in America, in any America, and actually I don't even need to give a shit about that. Let me tell you one thing. While it's true that I'm not living in the United States and this is kind of their thing, their problem at the moment, as someone who uses the internet to express himself, as someone who knows what net neutrality means and how important it is for people like me and for actually everyone currently to be able to openly communicate, to be able to express themselves, to be able to gather for meetings, for something, for anything, be it a protest, be it a gathering of artistic interests, anything that is currently open and free on the internet might be lost in the future. Now, in Europe, we had this battle before and we won. That was one of the biggest wins ever for people like me and for people who use the internet more openly. However, in the United States, even though they won one battle, they're now faced with another one, and this time it might be serious because there was a proposal that, from what I read on the articles and listened to some YouTube videos of people who basically are very concerned that their message might not get across and they might not be able to work on the internet, on YouTube, on Twitch, or even express their opinions, that by December 20th it will be a final decision on whether or not net neutrality will be intact. Okay, first of all, what is net neutrality? Almost everyone who has read about the issue knows that net neutrality is basically the freedom of speech on the internet. This means that the internet is provided openly, you have no restrictions whether you want to enter your home, a website on your homeland or an international website, which gives you a very open connection to all sorts of material throughout the world. This is basically the open internet policy. Now, net neutrality also means that you're protected and you have the right to speak your mind and to research whatever you want with whichever company you want, be it you want to research, let's say, several internet providers, you want to research several mobile services providers, you want to enter special protest groups or special rights groups like the LGBT community or a feminist community or whatever, or even protect the people of color. These are all groups that are specific and require net neutrality to function and to get their message across. These are just a few examples on how on the groups which use net neutrality. With that gone, companies, internet providers, mobile providers, lobbyists, big time investors and business people will be able to control that information and to control your speed. First of all, speed of connection, whether or not you're entering a specific website or a specific group of websites, and they'll be able to also monitor and basically refuse to let you into a specific website even though if it's not theirs. You can also be obliged to pay to enter certain websites or obliged to pay for a faster internet connection, and all these restrictions might return you if you're older, if you're, let's say, 30 or 35 years old, and especially if you're from Eastern Europe, you might be remembering the ADSL internet connection, which was mostly paid for speed and sometimes it was even paid for content. These were the first steps of internet here. I remember I was very little, it was awful. And this is kind of what they want to happen again. They want to control the internet, and the reasons why they want to do this is very simple, and I'm pretty sure many of you have already guessed it. It's because the internet has become a place of global communication. It's actually surpassing live communication across many countries, because internet communication is open, it's all constant. You can be online all the time, and you can be attending and be very basically active on the topic or in the group all the time. You don't have to be physically in a place to do that. This is something they want to control. This is something lobbyists and certain groups of people want to control, and currently it's happening in the United States. This battle is waged on. There's a lot of protests, there's a lot of rage and outcry from YouTubers, from Twitch users, from ordinary people. There are protests being organized. However, we don't know what's gonna happen, and the reason I am concerned about this is, first of all, I want to get the message across to how many people I can, even though neither I nor a lot of my viewers are in the United States. And secondly, if this happens in the United States, it will probably be a matter of time until it happens throughout the world, and mainly Europe. We might have won this before, but I'm pretty sure that if it happens in the United States, it will happen here as well. And this is something we have to stop before it happens. So my outcry is for as many people as possible to just share this, share their message, share their view of the story, just give voice to this issue before it reaches us. Now, 20th of December is less than a month away, and we will know what happened then. I hope that nothing happens. I hope that it just blows away and it's not accepted, but anyways, I don't think anything is impossible with their president, with what's happening in the world, and I'm kind of worried. I'm concerned about all of this. So if you have anything you can help out, if you can give your voice somewhere, if you can support the protests, if you can support the people that are against that proposal, do it. This is my cry to you. Do it. Fight with whatever you can, and do whatever you can to stop this. And to the people in the US, I just wish your voices are loud enough so that they're heard and they're taken into consideration, and that they do the necessary damage and the necessary impact on the people that want to stop net neutrality. And all I can do now, besides this video, is keep my fingers crossed. Yeah, that was it. Really wanted to be a positive video. Really wanted to start YouTube again with something very positive, but as we can see, negative things keep piling up, and we have to raise our voices against them. So this was my voice. I hope you give yours, and I hope to see you, and I hope everything goes well and we keep our freedom of speech across the world. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you taking some notes. I hope you actually take action, and I wish you a very good evening. Cheers and stay